Welcome back, my sinners, to another great video here on The Savior Show. That's right, the best show all around, because we all know that I'm a quality YouTuber and I just love content so much. I love being literally traumatized and basically policed around by YouTube. No, I'm joking, YouTube. You're so cool. I love the fact that now you have to work really hard to be monetized, and that you censor and bury our videos because we say something that's not family friendly, and there's a whole list of algorithmic words that we can't say. You know, these are just the times we live in. It's not just YouTube, it's all of life, it's all of media. People are very confused right now, and it's not surprising because we just have so much to do, so much information, so much constant back and forth disagreement and everything. So in this day and age of constant disagreement, when something a little bit controversial releases, such as the Joker film, of course everyone has to go absolutely insane, just like the Joker. Now remember guys, that the Joker is a horrible, dirty, incel, writhing film that will just make all the insane people come out and just go around and shoot everyone up in a theater, because, you know, we can't actually take responsibilities for our own human actions anymore. No, that's not right, okay? Because remember guys, we humans are saints. We've never done anything bad. We live in a perfect society. We live in a society, guys. Remember that. We live in a society. And of course, we do nothing wrong. And when horrible acts of violence and horrible things happen in the world, we can't, it's not our fault. Are you crazy? That is insanity. That really is insanity. Because of course it's video games, it's films like the Joker that makes people go crazy. I mean, do you remember that person who went to the Dark Knight screening and shot a bunch of people? Well, the media, the mainstream media, said that it was someone dressed up as the Joker who did this. Now this is complete lies, okay? The policeman who was actually on scene got it confused with the guy who just had red hair, and he said himself, the killer, that he only went to the Dark Knight theaters because it would be very, very busy and a lot of people to I can't even say the words because then YouTube will bury this video. But you know what happened, I probably already said it. You know, I can't really say anything to be honest, but anyway guys, what I'm saying is, it's a crazy time right now, and when it's just pathetic because there's so much real world corruption going on, hidden by our governments, hidden by corporations, just nasty things that happen in the world, and we say we're civilized, but actually we're just constantly being watched. We don't have really any freedom of movement anymore. Democracies are kind of jokes. Just look at the UK right now, and of course we just have to blame everything on films and media and literally entertainment, because we can't actually take any responsibility. So of course the new film Joker, it's out now. It's been out for quite a while. I should have talked about it much earlier because then I would get those juicy views, but you know, I didn't want to jump on the trendy train. I still don't really want to talk about it, but everyone is talking about this. You know, people who don't even review entertainment, you know, people like me, you know, I'm a goddamn music producer, I shouldn't be talking about this, but everyone's talking about it because it's meant to be amazing, but it's also meant to be super controversial. Well guys, I was actually one of those people who was really, really looking forward to the Joker film because it had one of my favorite actors in it, Joaquin Phoenix, the masterful actor, the mysterious actor, and I do really like him, but at the same time you can't really trust him because he likes to play the public for fools, which I find quite funny. But anyway, if you really want to see a good film with him, like his peak performance, actually really good acting, he was okay in this. He was good, okay, but it wasn't like amazing, it wasn't mind-blowing, okay, it wasn't as good as the you know, Heath Ledger's Joker. I mean, it was very different, so you can't really compare the two, but you know, everyone's saying like this is the best thing since sliced bread and since people invented the wheel. Now that's just not true, okay? Anyway, if you want to see him perform like a goddamn true master, go watch, ironically it's called The Master, okay? It's an amazing film and his acting is just superb in it. Anyway, so I went to see the Joker, really looking forward to it. As you know, I'm back from Japan, so I don't have that much money, guys, and I spent my hard-earned money that I could be using to get back to Japan and actually living, a real exciting life instead of being trapped in this media hellhole. And I went to go and see it because I was really looking forward to it. I was hyped up. I was sadly on the hype train. I wish that I wasn't on the hype train, but sadly I got pulled into it. And I went to see it, and it was okay. It was okay. It was a good film. It wasn't a bad film. But people are saying it's 10 out of 10, guys. People are saying it's the best thing ever. It's the best movie ever. And it's just not true. It's simply not true. This film was really good, but it had so many issues, okay? The plot was so predictable, okay? The characters didn't really have that much development. Some things just didn't make sense, like the whole kind of uprising of his Joker cult didn't really make much sense, because why would just a couple of, people getting shot on a train, why would that cause like a massive trigger? There's lots of things that don't really make sense in this film. Also, it's not a comedy at all. It's, unless if you're really like sick and you find like dark comedy, which I do, quite funny. But it's not supposed to be a comedy whatsoever. And there's it's basically just a really depressing film, and quite dark, quite graphic, and just, it's not, don't take your kids to watch this film. Obviously, don't take your grandma or whatever. But people said that this had so much to say about mental illness, because obviously mental illness is a very important thing. Like 1 in 4 people, I'm not sure of the exact statistic, but suffer from mental illness. It's obviously a very important topic, but people say like they're making a huge statement with this film, and to be honest, they're really not, because yeah, he's crazy, and that's why he apparently does all this stuff, but they never go into that much detail as to what they can do to correct it or anything like that. It has all these interesting layers, but they're just so surface level. It never goes deeper into it. It never goes deeper into the psychology. It never goes deeper into like why things happen and stuff like that. And it was all just very surface level, all very predictable. And the performances were really good. That's what actually kept the film going. But like the core message, like sometimes you see at the end the main antagonist goes on a massive rant and makes all these amazing points. There was really none of that. There was not like anything really like a core message you could take away from this film. So people are really just talking out of their arse. I can see why some people say that there is a message, and yes, there is one. I'm just saying it's very surface level. It doesn't really comment on how to actually help with mental illness, or how the system is completely broken. The only thing I can find in it is that it's basically lack of funding, which is true in some cases. But people saying it's like something that's absolutely amazing, something that really makes you think, and I just really don't think that's true. There's plenty of films that are better, that really make you think and question the nature of reality, the system we live in, and everything like that. And the Joker just really wasn't one of them. And it's just something that the media can hype up, and also just kind of fearmonger into people, because that's what they want to do. They want to distract you with fake news while the real stuff is going on, and of course everyone else just swallows it up as this big entertainment spectacle. And they all talk about it, and that's what gives it all the hype train, the promotion, and it just builds off and off on that, and I got caught up in it. I'm guilty, because I was really looking forward to it. And it's a good film, okay? Please don't get me wrong, go see it, and by all means enjoy it and everything like that, but it's not super deep, okay? It's not super, oh man, this is so deep, this has got so much, like, oh, you hear people saying, oh, it's so impactful, okay? It was overhyped. The Joker was so overhyped, and, overrated. It was definitely overrated. It's not like the best film ever, okay? So that's my little opinion on the Joker. Go see it if you want, but just remember, don't get caught up in the hype train. Don't get caught up in all this kind of media brainwashing that everyone is getting a part of. Just remember, at the end of the day, it's a film. It's still very comic booky, and it still doesn't have a huge amount to say, but it is still an interesting thing to go and watch. But just don't expect to come out of it becoming like a changed man, and you'll have this big understanding of how mental illness functions in the world and what we can do to correct it and all these different issues, okay? Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I will be live streaming very soon, I do actually mean that, and more music will be coming out. And yeah, I hope to see you in the coming up videos, so have a nice day and peace.